Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. I'm Chandra, your favorite monk, and today we have a wonderful, wonderful tarot card reading that we're going to do for Madelyn. Hey Madelyn. So, guys, I'm doing really good right now. I just did another tarot card reading for someone, and I'll tell you what, the energy was so heavy for me. I've been getting things left and right lately. I just can't even put it into words. I don't know. There's something psychic. I don't know if it's all the rain we've been having. Definitely there's been some energy shifts happening around me lately. And so my intuition is just really kind of, I don't want to say peaked. It's kind of on that upward incline kind of going on. So the more of these readings that I've been doing, it's just like the more information and things that I keep getting, and the stronger and stronger it's becoming. So yeah, so I'm just really excited today to be doing this for you, Madelyn. We've got a really cool reading. So Madelyn's got a cool question, you guys. She was in a relationship for a bit with someone. I'm not going to mention his name just for the sake of privacy, for Madelyn's privacy, for the guy's privacy, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, basically the situation, to give you guys kind of an idea, sort of the backstory here and kind of what's going on. These two were in a relationship. They had kind of a conflict, had some words exchanged. It caused like a 3-month rift. They just recently reconnected shortly. She kind of blames herself, Madelyn does, for all the things that were said and all the situation and everything. And he needs a little bit of time, he's saying, before he can really decide, if this is, really what he's after, that kind of thing. So he's still doing some soul searching and stuff and all this kind of bit. And so, just wants to get some clarity on that. Madelyn wants to get some clarity, find out, if they're going to get back together, just really what the situation's like. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the cards one more time. I just feel like I really need to cut these one more time. Perfect. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put these. I'm going to put them out right now, and then we're going to just kind of look at them. Oh, fantastic. So in the past, the near past and all, we had this situation here come up. Now this is a nightmare card, which makes totally perfect sense. This is just, if you have negative thoughts or bad things or ideas or a lot of mental conflict, that's really what's going on. Now, the good news is about this card is that it's not the 10 of swords. It's just a 9 of swords. The 10 of swords would just really be like all of the things that we were thinking, the negative, the stinking thinking, the monkey brain, whatever, the monkey chatter, the stuff that goes on in our brain, that stuff would have really come about and materialized and into fruition. That's not the case, though. It's just the ideas, and we have this tendency to think the worst, or to really look at things from the worst vantage point possible. That's what this card's really all about. The good news is that if we're thinking the worst, normally the situation is not as bad as we think. So that's kind of the situation. Let's look at the current situation, like with this. Okay, this makes sense. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. We see someone standing on a bench. They got a hammer there. They're a craftsman. This person's really respected because of their trade. They've kind of put themselves in a situation where, they've just become really good at what they do. And so, all eyes on them. And so Madelyn, I'm kind of picking up that this is significant in the sense, and when we have the 3 in numerology and all, usually it involves other people. So it could be like, if this was a 2 of Pentacles or a 2 of Cups, for example, it would really be a significant. The significant would be it's more about 2 people, but in this we have 3 people, so it could be there's another person involved in this situation, and maybe that has something to do with the conflict. I don't know, or maybe it's the current situation with this guy, and kind of what's going on in his mind. Maybe having to make a decision, and you notice that there's sort of there's these 2 people here, and then there's this person over here by themselves, kind of having to decide or make some decisions and that. So it's kind of representative of the current situation that we have. You know, it's been 3 months, and these are 3 coins, and this is the number 3. So now we're coming back into the realm here. And as we're coming back into the realm of possibility, we see that, you know, there's a third person of consideration. So now it's about decisions needing to be made. That's where we're at right now. Let's look at the near future, though. Near future, I'm calibrated to about 3 months out. So we have the death card. That's about transformation. So one of the 3 people that's coming about here will no longer be in the picture anymore, meaning that 2 people can connect. And that's what the significance of the death card is. It's not saying that your relationship is going to be over with this guy. I'm not really picking that up. I'm actually picking up more along the lines of that this thing with you and him is a little bit deeper than the negative thoughts and things that you may have been feeling in the past. That something new is coming about. A lot of times when death card happens, it's about transformation. And it's also about old things going by the wayside, letting go of the past so that the future can present itself and move forward. So I'm really kind of picking that energy up. I'm really sensing that, almost matter-of-factly here, that whatever is in this person's periphery, this guy's periphery, you know, like it's sort of about to leave his situation, and that's going to really open up the doorway for him and you to have some communication or have some connection going on. And I'll tell you here in a minute why I feel that way. Let's move on a little bit, though. I'm going to save the answer or the key card for a little bit later in the reading. Oftentimes, I'll go ahead and present it now. But instead of doing that, I want to skip forward and talk more about this current situation that we're talking about here. It's really exciting. That's this 3 right here. Like, what's going on with this third entity, this third person coming into play? What is really the key to it? We have Pentacles. What is it? What's the energy surrounding that? It's this card right here. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Queen's all about influence. Madelyn, we know what this is. This is significant of you right here. This is significant resources. This is really a card that's really your capabilities and ability in this whole mix is really having influence. Queens are all about influence. The coins are about fixed positions, about material nature, you know, consistency. What's another good way of putting it? For this particular situation, I'm getting from this card, it's really about that security, you know. So this is a queen that knows how to influence things in order to bring security and really that lasting energy to the situation. And so that's really what I'm picking up here. When we have this, so I mean, get yourself ready and stuff like that. Really get your mindset fixed. Let go of some of that old mental stuff from the past. It looks like you really have done that, though, which is good. And what you're gonna find happening here is, especially in the near future, I'm picking up maybe within the next month or so, possibly 2 months, but not even 2 months. Maybe it's going to be more like 5 weeks. I'm almost picking up something in the realm of about 5 weeks, but it could be a little bit before then. I am kind of feeling a shift toward maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something like that, but I can't be 100% for sure on that. But this Queen of Pentacles right here, this is emblematic of this situation and all that we're talking about with this 3 of Pentacles. So that other person, that could be the interference in this situation, whether you know about this person or not, or if this person is involved with you or whatever, you're going to be able to really be the catalyst for this thing going away. Let's just put it to you like that. Now let's look at where you're at. Okay, this is really where things get exciting. I'm really excited to share this with you. We have the Cups. This is the wish card. This is what your wishing is. And this is where you'd like for things to end up at. And look at the relationships. Oh, those cups are relationships all over. And yeah, a lot of bright energy here. This is a wish card. So this person's, they've gotten to a good situation. The wish, you know, it's almost like they've gotten everything that they wanted. This is where you're getting to with this. It's going to be really positive for you. And because there's 9 cups here and all, 9s in numerology we're getting toward the end of completion. 9s are about endings and completions a lot of times. So it's about like, getting rid of the things or the blockages and things that we didn't want, and all those bad things that we just didn't want in this relationship or whatever. And those things are going by the wayside, opening up the door for, well, just whatever you want to have happen, whatever your vision is, that's what you're going to get. That's what you get with this card. Really wonderful card, especially for this kind of reading, especially when things are in limbo, a little unsurety going on, not kind of questioning things, not really exactly 100% like, not knowing exactly what to expect, not feeling 100% in control of the situation. We're going to talk about that control thing here in just a minute. But before we do, let's move in. Now, at this point in the reading, we're going to kind of shift gears. We're going to get into the outcome. We're going to talk about the answer, the key to getting that outcome. And it's something that I can't wait to share it with you. So let's move on. So we got the Emperor. This is the outcome. Okay, the Emperor is all about stability. It's all about setting a strong foundation. It's all about creating, and it's all about rules, orders, doing things in a nice way, doing things karmically correct, just kind of, doing things in that way. The Emperor and all makes the rules. The Emperor, whatever he wants, he gets. And actually, that's what you're going to be finding with this whole situation, that you're going to be the one that's in control of this thing, and that you're going to be able to get exactly what it is you want from this relationship. And a lot of good positive things are going to be happening with it. This strong foundation is going to be something that's going to take this thing a lot deeper, in a lot better in a lot better place for you. And what is really the answer to that? The Queen of Swords. We have another queen. Okay, so not only do we have the influence of material nature, or the influence of like materiality or materialism, that kind of thing, like being in a good place resource-wise, we also have strong command of our own mind. And that's what this card is all about. For one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. For one who has failed to do so, the mind will be the greatest enemy. And when you see this card here, this Queen of Swords, this is about the influence of the mind and having influence over the mind of others. This queen knows how to tap into all of that kind of energy in order to get what she wants, in order to do things in a nice way. She's very influential. And she can influence the emperor or a king to do whatever she wants, and she can do it very indirectly, It gives kind of like a leg up. I'm thinking of was it Greek myth? Lysistrata. We've heard of the famous feminist Lysistrata. She was able to, withhold. All she had to do was just kind of threaten, withholding togetherness. Please read between the lines on this. I'm a monk. I have to be careful with the words I use. But she has to be, she had to be very careful. She could say, I'm going to withhold this togetherness with the king or with this person. And if they don't do what I want them to do, then they're not going to get what they want. And so because they had such a powerful influence, kind of subtly or indirectly, Lysistrata was able to basically get whatever she wanted, That's the situation that you'll find yourself in. It's a really good place to be. It's one of power. It's one of just being able to, turn the tides in your favor and really get what it is that you want. So whatever you're seeking from this relationship, whatever outcome you'd like to see from it, you got that wish card. That's very telling right there. You got all of these influence cards. They're all significant, letting you know that you're able to wield influence, not just mentally, but also materially. And that whatever this third person or third entity or whatever this third distraction is that's really coming into play, and I think either you know about it now or you will find out about it, or you suspect it anyway, then that is going to erase itself. It won't even be an issue for you. You won't even have to think about it. Now, when it happens and, and things start to kind of, go in your favor, and we see all these kind of things happening, the thing that I want you to really keep in mind, though, is that you don't want to harbor, right now you might blame yourself for some of the situations or for the distance that's happened as of now over the last 3 months. But here's the thing. You got to be really careful, because you might inadvertently, unconsciously, unbeknownst to your conscious self, almost have a little bit of resentment against him, or a little bit of blame for him. And you might just say things or spew things from your mouth that would indicate that. I want to encourage you not to do that, because that would be kind of counter, intuitive. But sometimes we get these ideas like, and whatever you're feeling, you have to have that control of the mind, because you don't always want to say exactly what you're feeling, because if you do, people might take things the wrong way. They might not be able to read between the lines. They might not understand it exactly the way you meant for them to understand it, especially if you're in an emotional state. So if you find yourself here in the next few weeks, months, having a situation where these thoughts or things are coming into your mind, I want you to hold on to them. They're not invalid, but hold on to them. And then when you get to a quiet place and you're alone and by yourself, then I want you to just kind of put them all out on the table and to kind of think things through, but do it in a nice, logical way before any kind of conflict or presentation or anything like that. Basically master the skills of communication. Once you do that, all of this influence, everything, that is being, put out here in front of you is good to go. I mean, you'll be able to you're going to get whatever you want. So this is a really great reading for you. I'm really glad I was able to do it. It's one of those things. And I'm really sensing also that there's also new things coming into play. I'm seeing something like, I see like a green field or something, like some green, I'm seeing like green grass and like a nice, beautiful sky or something. And I'm getting just kind of like the sense of like, it's like maybe like twilight. So you can kind of still see the colors outside. Like you can see the grass, you can still see things out in the yard and different things in this field. But it's dark, so it's like it's getting to be that quieter time of night. It's a good time to just kind of relax and to do a little soul searching and stuff. But I'm picking up just some energy coming up. It's almost like park-like setting or some kind of nature, something along those lines. Kind of takes me back here. I don't know why I'm picking up like Gatorade or some kind of a sports drink or something like that, or something going on with that. I don't know. But it's like there's lights also. Like I can see some lights, maybe some brighter lights. I don't know. And that's going to be a significant time. It's going to give you some insights. It's going to give you some kind of realizations. Some things are going to come into fruition for you. And I think you'll know it when it comes about. Like when this evening happens to come about, it's like it's going to be kind of like a light bulb goes off in your mind, and then there's going to be a lot of different realizations. You're going to get a lot of information that's really telling, and it's going to really help you with being very influential over the situation and help you get what you want. So bear in mind that. I wish I could give you some more. I'm seeing like some hints of blue or something like that. Maybe blue and white or something. Blue and silver, blue and white, something along those lines. But just like in the recesses, I'm really picking up like this green field. It's like really green grass, like a nice kind of grass or something. And it's like a field. I'm not really sure. And then some bright lights. I don't know if it's street lights or some kind of lights are on, but they're kind of bright. And I can't really see the lights so well because they're kind of up. I'm more like, what I'm visualizing or seeing here is like I'm seeing the grass and I'm seeing like the twilight in the periphery, kind of like it's a long, expansive stretch. And it just seems like I don't know if I pick up a lot of people. I'm just picking up a little bit of noise or background noise or something going on maybe. But I see you there, and I see like some kind of what is it? It's a good night. Like you're feeling good. Like there is a good energy in your heart. It's like you're getting things are finally materializing. Things are coming into your purview, and you're just feeling really good. It's a good night for you. Like a lot of really good positive things are coming about. I'll have to think more about it. If I get more, I'll definitely share it with you. But essentially, that's a tarot card reading. So, yeah, I mean, I do see things kind of happening and coming about. I definitely see where the past is. I see where you say that, kind of where you shed some light on some different things for us. I definitely see where that stuff was back there, but it looks like that stuff is more in the past, and it looks like the moving forward futuristically and all that, things are going to be a lot more changed, and that you're going to have a lot more influence and power over this situation. So it's very interesting. And sometimes, you know, you got to lose something in order to really be able to appreciate it. And I'm not saying that for you, I'm saying that actually for him. Like, I get a sense that he didn't realize kind of what he was giving up when he kind of walked away from this thing. I mean, people have arguments and say things or do things, this, that, and the other. Situations happen. But that's not the only reason we're with someone. It's because of what they do all the time. And people do make mistakes. It's the experiences. It's the times that we share with them. It's everything else, you know. And sometimes those things go out the window when we're so linearly focused on one particular thing or something that somebody did, or, you know, it could be anything, that we lose sight of all the other positive things or the things that really attracted us to this person in the first place. And I think it's really telling in this particular situation, because I really do pick up that that's kind of where he's, you know, it's taken him a little bit of time, but like reconnecting with you, I think it's just one of those, I think it was kind of a trigger for him I don't think it was by accident. I really don't. So anyway, thank you so much for giving me the privilege of trying to help you out here. You know, as a monk, we take a vow of poverty, and, you know, we really pretty much live off of donations and the help of other people. So in our heart, or in our mind, or kind of in what we're trying to do, is to help other people, really by sharing a message of love for God, and also through the service work that we do, whether it's through the service that I'm providing here, or whether, you know, we're feeding the hungry, and doing a lot of volunteer work, or helping people that just really can't help themselves, and then just trying to be a beacon of hope for people as well. That's a big part of like our day-to-day life. So sometimes, you know, it takes me a little bit of time to do these tarot card readings. I try to, in most circumstances, I can normally get them done in about a day. But every now and then, you know, with service opportunities and different things, it does take me a little bit longer to be able to carry them out. And I don't ever think of it as being a mistake. Just like today, I'm just getting so much psychically. Like, you can ask me any question, the answers and stuff are just kind of like hitting me like a ton of bricks. And, you know, most of the days I get stuff, but it may not be like today. Today is just like one thing after another, after another, after another, like all day long. And so it's been a really good day for me in that regard. But if anybody wants to donate that's watching, to help us out, spread love for God, help us in our mission of serving the poor and the destitute, you can donate. You just go to helpbydonating.com, and whatever is in your heart, whatever you're capable of giving, trust me, it really does help. It allows us to be able to buy food like grains. We buy like beans and different things like that. We can get these at a pretty good rate. So just whatever little bit that you can help us with, it helps. A couple of cans of this and all, we can feed quite a few people. We buy a lot of like lentils and different things. You can see we have the lentils here. This is a 4-pound bag of lentils. That will feed a lot of people, and we can spice that and add some nice flavoring and everything to it as well, and people really like it. So, yeah, it's just been a really great day. I'm just so thankful that you know, that God has given me this gift to be able to share with others. And you know, God really does work in mysterious ways. Who would have ever thought that a monk would be, you know, reading tarot cards and helping people out through visions? And, you know, I've been doing this since I was a small child, though. I've been psychic. You know, first thing I really recall was I had some neighbors up the road that I sensed that they were going to pass away. And I had a dream, and I told my parent about it. And, she reassured me that it was just a really bad dream, and a couple of weeks later it came to happen. And ever since then it's just been like progressively getting stronger and stronger, and the visions and the things I get just keep unfolding. So I figure that if God wants me to share this information and stuff, then that's what I should do. And so that's why I do what I do. So that's just kind of my little backstory a little bit for those of you that have ever wondered. And but yeah, we love everybody. And so, like I say, we just take a vow of poverty. We're here to do as much good as we possibly can. Every little bit of support that you guys can help really does help. And so let me just say in advance that it is appreciated. Our expectations are not huge or anything like that. We understand that, like, in this day and age, that most people are pretty much focused or concerned with their own situations and their own lives and everything. But wherever we can kind of serve the need or help, we definitely try to do that. So I just want to say thanks for those of you that watch these videos that have helped us and continue to help us. It is really appreciated, and you are much loved. And we do pray for all of you, regardless if you donate or not. And we thank you so much for watching our videos, and for sharing the videos, liking them, subscribing to our channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you like the video, and then also hit the notification button. And every time we come on, if you have questions or something like that, and we come on and do this, if you want to jump in the chat, we come on at various times throughout the week. And if it works into your schedule, you want to get on the chat and you have a question or something you'd like to get some information or insight about, I'm very happy to do live readings, like as I'm doing this channel. So, feel welcome to connect with us. I'll have the donation link in the description below this video, along with my email address, how you can reach out to me if you want. Or you can simply go to helpbydonating.com, give whatever is in your heart. We just ask that if you do give a donation, that it's always from the heart. We don't want anybody feeling any resentment or anything like that, lines and all, because that kind of goes against our value system. So we're not here to influence people or anything like that. It's just kind of putting the message out, and then let God do the rest. So, but thanks for tuning in, and I hope that this really does help you. Like I said, as your tarot coach, I'm always here for you. Please reach out to me if you need anything, and please stay in touch. Let me know how things go. And that's pretty much it. So thanks again for tuning in and watching Indirect Knowledge. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Much love, many blessings.